G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, we got some new fish. Normally I would say, today we got some new fish. That's generally how I start new fish videos. But I actually got these fish like 2 weeks ago and then neglected to tell you guys. And then I've just realised now I didn't tell you guys. So, not gonna lie, using as a little bit of a filler video. Work's kicking my ass, you guys know that. Believe it or not, I actually haven't lost much spare time due to the baby. I'm quite surprised. Shout outs to my wife. She is absolute queen. Yeah, well she's not a king, she's a queen. Doesn't even wake me up in the nights. Like, what more could I ask for? Go to work, well rested, plenty of sleep, all that jazz. I don't know if you can tell by the sound of my voice. I am feeling heaps better this week. Oh shit, that is so loud. We should really go in the fish room and check out the fish. If you want to know what's going on with that rack, shit happens, and oh, it's actually on the members channel. If you want to become a member, it's just down below. It's only like $3 a month. The reason it's so low is because I don't want people to think they're forking out, but $3 actually helps the channel out more than people realise. What happens is the members' money actually goes into a PayPal account, which I only use for the channel, and we buy shit like expanding foam, and I can't think of anything else right now. Oh, so the expanding foam. Everybody, the question on their tongue was, did it work? My power bill dropped $100, and we've had crazy rain, which means the solar has been super inefficient. So my solar usage my solar production would have dropped, and $100 less power bill. I'm stoked. I don't care if it looks like poo. We've got to dry wash that. So that's another thing. There we go. The members can buy the paint to finish that. Alright, so let's go look at these fish. Alright guys, do you know how hard it is to do a 50% water change on a tub with like 800 fry in it and not suck them up with a 25mm hose? So just doing water changes here, because these aren't auto. I really need to get those 2-foot tanks set up. These could go straight into one of them really. So this sponge filter can go in here. So like when I'm putting them in fry tanks like this, I usually just shake the bottom around a bit to like make sure no fry gets squashed underneath. Like there's some serious fish in here. Can you guys see? It's insane. Oh, and fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this. This is probably the most valuable fry I have in this room right now, and they're in a bucket on the floor. So these buckets, I don't give them fresh water, I just give them nice clean water out of that tank there. I should really get jar changer out, but we're here now. Oh, I just realised I'm creating some stupid suspense. Oh no, I told you new fish and then I haven't even shown you. Richard's trying to attack the hose. I gotta put this pair back together again real soon. Oh, somebody I sold a fish to sent me some progress photos today. I'm pretty sure he probably is watching this video, but I might hit him up and ask him if I can share the oh, that's my phone. The progress photos on the channel. I'm pretty sure he won't mind, and I'll do like a slideshow. It was actually one of my I want to call budget flowerhorns, bit of a cheaper one, and I told the guy that it will pop and its head will pop, and he was actually skeptical, and he messaged me. He's like, "You were really right." Like he's cranking. All right, so let's look at the new fish. So this is one of my really old tanks that's like lime coated is the word. Maybe the word, maybe not the word. We don't need the torch for this one. There's actually a dragon blood living in there with them for no particular reason. So that dragon blood is actually brother and sister to that little one there, but because he's been hogging all the food in here by himself, he's actually thriving. I've actually got a thing. Let's get the thing and we'll try clean the glass. I'm not hopeful. These are pretty much the shittiest tanks in my fish room. They were actually the same tanks that are up here, but I selected the shittier ones to go down the bottom and put the better ones up the top. They're not shitty, they're just not great. And I've cleaned them with Barkeeper's Choice or Barkeeper's Helper, whichever one it's called, I don't remember. And it's the only tanks that they didn't work on, so whatever's on there is etched. See that? It's like it's etched into the glass or something, I don't know. It doesn't come off like your standard calcium wash. But this is actually coming up alright. It's good enough for the video anyway. Alright, so they're corydora. Are they spectacles? Serbia. Hang on, let me Google. Alright, so my camera's decided it doesn't want to focus. So they're Sebayas. I don't know. That says Sebayas, and then that. Blake's Cortex, can you please comment the pronunciation? I could actually search pronunciation. Yeah, so we're going with Sebayas. So they're corydoras Sebayas. You'll notice there's an abundance of a lot of fish in there. There's more than I actually own. So one of my friends was looking for cories, and I was getting 10 of these, so I was like, hey, do you want me to get you 10? And he said yes. He's had a bit of a health issue with his tank, so he just said politely, can I please look after them until said time that he's happy with the health of his tank, and I'm willing to do so. Now, if we lift this, oh wow, check out the size of this L333. That's grown heaps. So there's actually a pair of L333s in there. There's the other one. I might actually get some more. If I'm going to have 2, I might as well have 3. And if I'm going to have 3, I might as well have 4. I want to get that dragon blood out because I don't have any smaller nets. I feel like he's stealing all the food off the fish that I really want to feed good. I don't even know what to feed them. I've just been feeding them cichlid food, the corydoras. I'm pretty sure they just eat anything. I did notice a comment on one of my videos this week saying that they bought albino corydoras. This guy can go in here. Perfect tank. That's all male cichlids. He's a male cichlid. Suits the tank. That they bought some... I can't remember what the other type was, but basically they bought albinos and something else, maybe peppers, and the peppers grew and the albinos didn't. So I'm glad to see that I'm not the only one that had the same issue with those albinos. Mine are about 2 years old, and they're actually the same size as these. I think these are about 4 months old. Sebayas. I'm calling them Sebayas, but I feel like Serbia is right. I don't know. You guys will let me know in the comments. So they're the new fish. Kind of planning on putting some in with the goldfish. I don't know yet. The only problem is that's not heated. But if I threw them in there in the next month, that'd be at least alright in there for 5 to 6 months. And then I might have to pull them out. Mind you, that albino that I've got, the dwarf one, that lived through winter in there. Let me know what you think, guys, if you're excited about the new fish. If you want to see me breed cories, I kind of want to venture away from, or not venture away, but I want to do more footage on my fish. For anybody who doesn't know, flowerhorns are actually only like 10% of my fish room, but I feel like lately they've been 70% of my content. So I think we should turn that around. So I'll kind of give you a quick run around of what's flower horns and what's not. Alright, so in my fish room, 1, 2, 3 tanks for flower horns in that bucket, flower horns in that tank, and then flower horns in that tank, and that tank. Now there is a couple of flower horns in there, but that's mainly Viha, so that's a mixed tank. And then Madagascans, Africans, and a stingray. African. I can't remember. Where's Tenardi from? The blockheads, or they're not. They're what? Blockheads are the other ones. I can't remember their street name, but their real name's Tenardi. African, Tanganyikan, African, Tanzanian. You might have fact checked me on that one. Same lake as like the flamebacks. African, and then betters. So, and like all these tanks, all the fry tanks are African except for that one tank, which I don't know. I kind of class these as 2 tanks, but it is actually 1 tank with a divider. And we've got I've got in this tank here. I've got what are they called? They're also, I can't remember. Hang on, let me check. I feel like such a nupty, guys. I feel so silly. They're called crebensis. It's like one of the most common fish in the fish game. And I've done this on a video before. Like when I did that fish ID video, I did the same thing. So the only thing with the crebensis is it was a cross of like a standard crebensis and a red variant. I don't remember the exact name. So I don't really know whether they're worth breeding or not, because they're not like a pure line of crebensis. I don't know how we ended up talking about crebensis. We really went on a tangent there. We haven't had a Rumball's Ramble for a while, have we? I think this is like a good old time video, isn't it? Drop a comment if this feels like old school vibes. This tank's sick. I love it. Makes me want to put substrate in all the tanks, but I don't know. This is a tank full of fish that I'm not even going to try and name. So these came from my friend Matt, and I'm pretty stoked. Are they called ordopinas? I can't remember. He'll be watching and he'll drop the name below. And then one fish that really deserves the spotlight, I got these red hump heads, which were given to me by a friend for free actually, and I'm actually pretty happy they were free. Like somebody giving me fish like this is worth way more than any dollar figure in like humbleness. Like I don't know, if you get to know me, you'll know I much prefer swapping fish than swapping money for fish. And I can't remember, I think I gave him a couple of fish for free and he gave me them, so it was like a good little trade-off of friends. The person I actually got the betters off, he actually sent me a really, really nice message. I offered him a few things like the blackworm culture, like I'm happy to share that. Some extra brine shrimp eggs, like I've got way more than I can actually use. And like he just out of the blue sent me this really nice message saying that it's nice to meet nice people in the hobby and that. And it's really cool just the fact like all you that watch these videos are so nice to me. All the people I associate myself with now, I really select the people in the hobby that are nice. And I don't know whether it's just because of the way that I've associated with people, or whether the hobby actually has improved overall. But I know I was not as happy with the people I knew in the hobby 5 years ago. So if you've been in the hobby for over 5 years, just tell me what you think. Has the hobby changed for the better as far as the community? Because I really think it has. Or is it just the fact that I've chose who to associate with and who not to? I'm not really sure. But anyway guys, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want me to get more cories, drop a comment. The only problem is we've got to find a home for them. But anyway guys, peace out.